Okay, my experiment has begun. I planted tomatoes all the same day. That one over there. There's one there, one back there, one up here. And as you can see, there is a wire right next to it. Well, check this out. These were all planted the same day. Look at this one. Look at that. See the difference? And there's one back there. And check this out. There's an even bigger one. So I'll try to get an angle where you can see the difference. The two with the wires are the first two. The third one has a wire just running past it. And it's bigger, but it's not as big as these two. Okay? So, as you can see, this is bigger. Has much more foliage on it, and it's looking really good, and so does the second one. And then look at these spindly little ones over here that don't have copper around them. So I'm already a believer. I don't even have a specially wired copper twisty thing to stick around them. I just put a wire around them, an old fairy light. It's a copper wire that has these little lights on it, like beads. And hey, I see a big difference. So we're going to keep an eye on these. Those others are looking droopy too. They get the same amount of water. They get the same amount of fertilizer. Everything is the same. And the soil tests the same. I mean, heck, they're only a foot apart. So, yeah, I'm a believer. Electroculture. And while I was out, I found this. Can you see it? It's a 4-leaf clover. See that? How about that? I'm getting good at this. Every time I come outside, I find one. I'm hoping my luck will change. For the good. Because Murphy's Law has been after me for a while. I'm due. Yeah, I'm tired. Oh, yeah. Tired comes with the terrain. I planted nasturtiums along here. See the little round petal, or the little round leaves? I have them all planted around and all around here. And I didn't cut my banana back last year and mulch over it. And I figured I'd lose it. But guess what? It came up. We've got 2 here, 1 here, 1 here, 2 here, and 1 outside the fence. So there's 8 of them. Oh, and that one right there. There's 8 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And no telling what might pop up anywhere around here. Delphiniums or Sweet Williams are in full bloom. Looking good. There's more nasturtiums back there and over there. Lots of borage. Pink dandelions. They're not blooming right now, but they're pink. More nasturtiums down here. And I planted a bunch more flowers today. More nasturtiums. More nasturtiums. Can't have too many nasturtiums. So back here, I finally, Sherry and I got out here and weeded pulled all the weeds back, and I planted cucumber seeds in all these little holes here along this fence. This is the fence that the butternut squash was on last year that did so remarkably well. And we still have butternut squash. Oh, that's beautiful.
Right by the oak tree up front.
That's beautiful, isn't it? Yep. Yeah, they're getting some sun. Oh, here, I found another 4-leaf clover.
How?
I just looked down and they're there.
How?
I don't know. It's my abstract mind. I see them.
Man, I looked for hours.
The blueberries are mostly just growing right now. There's a few berries on them. There's a bunch
Those
right there.
Second year?
Yeah, these are the second year for these.
Second year bloom.
So they still got a ways to go.
And
There's
4-year
a handful
blooming
right
ones are
there.
going nuts.
Yeah, these over here are pretty much loaded. As you can see, they are loaded with blueberries. And over here,
This one's getting... Something's getting them. Because look, they're a bunch of empty pods.
uh-huh, yeah, birds. We don't have a net on them. The birds are getting them.
Oh, there's a net above them. I just need to create sidewalls.
Yeah. But we do get the blueberries, and we usually just come out here and munch on them. And what are the... That's cherries. That's Hanson cherries.
The baby one is finally getting them.
Yeah.
The big one's got them here.
Little Hanson cherries on here.
Yeah, there's a bunch on the big one this
Yeah.
year.
Can you see the... You see the little cherries?
Look at these. There's some huge ones up here.
Yeah. They're getting... Where is it? They're getting bigger. I can't even find it on here. I put my hand on it. I can't even see it. Where is it?
Right there.
Oh, it's behind the leaf. That's why. There's one right there. And there's a bunch more on it.
No, there's a cluster of them here.
Yeah. Little ones.
Joe's flower thingy over.
Oh, my. Yeah. His peony
Yeah, thank you.
is getting ready to bloom. He lost it in the garden. This used to be the garden right here. This was the garden. I had it tilled every year and planted all the way up to there, all the way back to there. And it wasn't near enough space, so we opened up all of this area. And over where I was a minute ago, showing you that where the cucumbers are planted and where the tomatoes are over there. And then there's grapes and stuff back in there. And over here is where we grew beans last year on that trellis. And of course I have ostrich ferns, fiddle leaf ferns. You can eat those as they come up. Lots of nice things here.
I don't have patience to sit and stare.
And then my potato beds in the old garden. This is sweet potatoes here I just put in yesterday. And these are potatoes that I planted. And I'm putting some straw around them. And then I'll put some dirt on top to fill those up. Eventually they'll be full. And this is where the greenhouse used to be. And as you can see by the poles, it got smashed in an ice storm. Well, the cover was okay. So we bought a little greenhouse that was really cheap. And the cover wasn't worth a hoot. It kept falling apart. And we just took the old cover and threw it over top of that cover and duct taped it. And it's working out real good. And I'll show you what I've got going on in here. I don't have a whole lot going on in here, but I have a couple of tomato plants down there. I've got plants here, up here. These are petunias in the baskets, just coming up. These are peppers down here, I think. And I've got stuff back here that has to go out, and some things over here that have to go out as soon as they're big enough. And those are moonflowers. And another tomato. And there's a bunch of tomatoes over there in that pot. That is the Amish planting way, where in the last fall I had a real nice slicing tomato, real big one. And I thought, well, I'll save the seeds. And then I heard something about the Amish put a slice of tomato on soil, cover it with perlite or a light covering of soil, cover it up, don't water it, just cover it up and let it sit all winter. So I did. And guess what? A ton of tomatoes came up. As you can see, there is a ton of them in there. And I've been taking them out and replanting them. And they are really healthy looking. Nice tomatoes. So, Sherry, you can see this old cover is just, it was tearing, just falling apart. So, we just put the green cover over top of it. And amazingly enough, it works. This is calendula coming up in this basket. I've got to separate them. And those are tomatoes. Those are tomatoes down there. And these are bachelor buttons right there. And some white dandelions are coming up. And some Thumbelina zinnias coming up. And butternut squash. Beefsteak tomatoes. Abe Lincoln. No, it's not an Abe Lincoln. Gold medal tomato. And pimento pepper. I have one coming up. And there's some Ozark peppers. The big ones are coming up right there. But yeah, this stuff's looking good. I just come in here and water. This is some lettuces and some more flowers. Canterbury bells, that's what these are. And those are cucumbers that need to go out, and zucchini. And green squash. And Italian parsley right down in there. But anyway, this is, I just throw everything in here, and we keep big buckets of water on both ends, so it's easy. I have a solar light that I can turn on if I'm in here after dark. And that is one of those Chinese lantern type things. It's a hornet's nest. And I had problems with wasps getting in my greenhouse. They were driving me nuts. And they had these on Temu for like $1.49 or something. Really cheap. So I bought one. I haven't had a wasp or anything in here since. So it works. So get yourself a hornet's nest. And it's pretty good size. It comes flat, you know, like those Oriental lanterns. And it has a wire piece that goes on the inside of it. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it's a wire piece that goes up in it to hold its shape. Pretty cool. Working good. Annie is out here with me. She got her monthly bath today. And she smells good, looks good, and she's feeling good. The jewelweed is coming up in between this is one of my green stalk planters that I haven't put back together and planted in. And it's all right here to put back together. That's Cherokee tan pumpkins on that mound. And we have a pear tree, 2 peach trees, and another pear tree on the other side, apple tree back here, and some more apple trees right there. And that's a cherry tree in that one. My wisteria is doing really wonderful, but it's not blooming, so I'm going to have to prune it heavily and shock it so that it starts blooming. That's the only way to get them to bloom. And I wanted to look and see if it's spiraling clockwise or counterclockwise. If I can tell. Okay, it is going clockwise. So it is the Japanese version. Japanese wisteria. Clockwise. Yep. Huh. That's nice to know. I didn't know. I have 2 elephant garlics in this bed right here that kept getting broken back 2 years straight. So they're 3-year-old garlic that I'll be harvesting. Carrots. But we're getting there. We're just now getting stuff out. Getting started. The comfrey is in full bloom down here and needs weeded. Hosta. That's cranberries. And I forget what those trees are in there. I forget. I think it's serviceberry, but I wouldn't swear to anything. The rose bushes are looking good. They're small, but hey, got to start somewhere. And we have a wild rose right here that is growing with the Queen Elizabeth, which is a very fragrant rose with a big bloom. These are red ones back here. I forget what color this one is here. But they're all getting ready to bloom. So, let's walk back and see if we see any mushrooms. I don't think so because it's not moist and humid right now. But I planted morel spores all back in here on these logs in this mess. And all I see is jewelweed. But I did market morel mushrooms. And then I have some shiitakes somewhere else on down the way. Got a little bit of everything here. There's honeysuckle. Lots of honeysuckle. When you're out in the country, it's just kind of a given. I forget what kind of tree that one is. It was a tree I got from the Arbor Day place. These are pears on here. Little pears. Just starting to come on. You can see right there. And right there. But yep, it's a lot of work having a garden. This is where I had the beans last year. And this is also where we have snakes. They're garden snakes, nothing big. Chives are looking good, blooming. More garlic and lettuce. And I just planted in here, so nothing's coming up yet except the old garlic and onions and chives. That's kind of where I keep them. But yeah, it's getting there. We're getting there. Got a long ways to go and a long time to get there. Hopefully. But that's about it. As you can see, we put this workhorse to work. This wagon. We're always hauling stuff back and forth.
Communications check, please.
So, that's it for today. Talk to you guys later. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't.
Loud and clear in the UK.
Oh, Lord, I'm getting a comms check. All right. Bye for now. Okay, do you see it? Anybody see it? Dead center. It is a 4-leaf clover. And I have found 3 today. This is the 2, and I gave Sherry the other one. They just jump out at me. I see them. And I don't know why. I think it's because I have an abstract mind or something. I'm dyslexic. And I don't know. Something to do with that. I'm sure. Here's another one. ILB. Here. See it? It's kind of closed up, but let me pick it off here. See it? Yeah. 3 more. Oh, here's another one. See that? I usually see them when I'm not looking for them. I think it's gamma rays reaching the earth. Here's another one. I swear I think it's gamma rays mutating things, because I have never found this many before. Annie, please. There's probably more right here. Do you see one? Yep. Look at that. There's one right there. How about that? Wow. My fingers are full of 4-leaf clovers. I sure hope they bring me some luck. I could use it. This is a good spot. Look here. Here's another one. Right here. See it? Look at that. They're just everywhere. So, how many do I have here? 1, 2, a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 of them right there. 6 4-leaf clovers. I'm not leaving any luck for anybody. I'm taking them. Let Sherry press them for me. And here's the grapes. Got a lot of old growth on there that needs to be trimmed off. We've been busy. We can't do everything. This is where I planted the beans. All along this fence. All the way down. And here's the other grapes. We used to have a grape arbor here, but we had to take it down because we chopped a pine tree down, which those 2 pine trees right there are big. And as you can see, they're pretty big. Seriously thought about making a couch out of one. But anyway, that's what's happening today. Here's a good example. This is why I said I could make a couch out of it, because that's tall. That's up to my knee. So yeah, that's a big piece of wood there. You want to count the rings? You'll have to freeze frame it and count the rings. Or do a screenshot and count the rings. Good luck on that. That has to all be planted And there's a patch behind the grapes over there that I can till up and plant. So, lots of room for lots of plants. And I always have a full garden. And I always have a good harvest. So, get your plants in, people. Plant some seeds. Just get out there and do it. And don't be disheartened if something doesn't make it. You know, it's trial and error sometimes. You try and follow the directions and look it up and see what you can find out. What they need. Fertilizers. I tend to go with the organics. Or chicken poo. Oh, I just dropped one of my 4-leaf clovers. Don't want to disappoint my daughter. Alrighty, I'm going to get off here before I lose all my 4-leaf clovers. You guys have a good one. Oh, there's some more sweet potatoes in these right here. And in that green stalk, I have some sweet potatoes and carrots and things. So, have a good one. Bye for now.